HTV. The crystal picture you should trust.
Kari chai chona chine carpet nk'uko reba hanyuma yitu kimwe bikondo bikwera kimwe butimba it now brought the imagination of the theater of dreams za Manchester United za Highbury zitabetura so kutwashire twari chai n'utwashire twashangana basuse chai na nkana machine kashikayo kashanga abana bari mu chai n'imipira nki 15 aciye buza 15 balls. How do this happen? So those were some of the things that really made the life in Kitabi very exciting.
Are you in Western Uganda and you're looking for the latest information technology gadgets? Look no further. Kenext Computer Stores, located in Mbarara Baguta Street, opposite Central Market, next to former Bata Building, brings you all the latest computer accessories and gadgets to suit your need. We have the state-of-the-art CCTV cameras and DVR encoders, wireless routers, hard disks for both laptops and desktop hard disk casings, laptop screens, MiFi TV sticks, modem, laptop chargers and adapters, projectors, MacBooks, keyboards, HDMI and VGA cables, internet cables and so much more. Visit Kenext Computer Stores. For more information, contact us on 0701 29 15 42 or 0704 39 18 31.
HTV Uganda, and today it's another edition of the story program. Kandi umhereza wawe Nye Priscillah Ninga PK okutana nagandi mazoba erizoba twareta general manager Igongo Country Hotel kandi nyimanya every guest I bring usually you learn. And the feedback is giving. You continue giving the feedback as you bring those people you'd like to learn a lot from them and knowing their backgrounds. You know, sometimes they are your role models. Knowing them. It is over. Mr. Dennis Kamukama, as I told you, the general manager, Igongo Country Hotel.
Nashira yabare omuchara Priscillah wayita PK ngiye kutambula abahurikiza berizo baninga ba programu ninye Dennis Kamukama ko kumwahurira kandi nashemera mnonga kureba na featuring ha mukutu ogwa online TV ogwa HTV nko kontuye ni nkurata ni nkurikiza so I'm glad to be part of this. Konkanta kagiye hari kamanzi nkugambire ngo chansomeza mnonga kura ngo you go by the acronym PK. PK in my background from my family it represents my mother's initials. So really we have started off on a good note. Yes, I'm happy to be
Mr. Dennis.
Yes.
Who is Dennis? That is my role model, but he or she has never gotten a chance. Mr. Dennis
Nichinshemeza munonga kumanya ntabasha kwa mu ntoko kundeba nka role model.
Definitely
yes. It has always been my inspiration to inspire some people out there. So Dennis Kamukama nazarwa takuzabo hari na hashtag kiri muri Harwe ninzarwa omusitreet cyo kweta Kamatars seria Kamatars American Ranger kandi omurime rwa divisions no muri Harwe division Mbarara City North. So ubwo buzaba bwanje.
In short, city born.
I'm a city born and raised from Bihari. Yes, so Bihari yo kumanya nka division in Shinka town has always been my village town. When sente yanje yachalo ni Bihari. So ndinzaba ya Bihari, nkakura mu Bihari, nasomera mu Bihari, kandi nija nakora mu Bihari.
So when you say I'm going to the village, you say Bihari.
Just ninduga mayiri ibiri ni barashiro wanje.
Okay.
Yes, so ndinzaba yakuna. Ngaha bambe ndifuzi wakigambo mulinga nk'obwo so nkafera batatana mawe tubaka hezi myaka mingi barigireho. Yeah, so my dad ninjaka pass hako myaka nkina arigiramo konka my mother njaka about 17 years arigiramo so tubaraho bambe. Tukazara abana bashatu mukuru wanje mojo na mnyanya zimishi so ya three people. Ndio Shoma namwe bitanga bishoma. Tindaberekira inyuma tine kitabo kindara kwatsireho. Konko kushoma koko nakugambira nkatandikira kusoma katandikira Harrow Mixed School. Tera haraha. Tindagire hari. Nka abazire banje bakamba ku n'amashomero garihi so nkani shoma ndi yabe Harrow. Nkani ndaho mu town of Harrow, nkani tura with one of my aunts. Turubata tuzabe Harrow Mixed Shoma. Konkati ndaherize yo primary yanje yona at around P3 na Argayo. I crossed naza in a primary school.
Homeboy munonga bagereka kumwonjere.
Nangwati ndagire hari P3 naza in a school called Kanyarieru Primary School. This is not far from here also. Kora nabo nkani ngomu kani ndakushoma. Ngiye kutambara kigere. Twanture bata mayiro zitu 12 per day. Because nkani katurata mayiro mukaga kuzayo. Turata mayiro mukaga kugaruka. That was omwana we cyakasha tategisha bamugambira ngo bari bati even a kilometer zo kushoma na yangishomero to plan before omukana haba hari moto yo kumutware kamuganira bukonka ntaro vani but in our time which is not so long ago. I think that was around 1997 tukanture bata tugumuka Kamatarsi to Kanyayeru about 6 kilometers on the highway up to Kanyayeru to Garkom Mabazi nk'egisha twara cyo muhanda Garkomka. It was very normal abakwashi twabentura amakagita gabe gaterire gona tura twatushanga munguto at around 7 then twatashira munguto. So we move as a group of about 12 people. Abana but of course tubata tuzanyira tushoma umwawe tugaruka muri tuzana so you could not even feel the mukikamo wabuza kamwakirira batsibura cyereza atine hasembure batchereza atine homo ananka handwork itwa bentkora. So tuzabuza tutyo konka eventually twashoma na P5. Abazire banje bari bangu I needed to change in dry environment. Numanya abazire kwa bari yoko naona ine vision ye yako nakwendeza umareba ngo aha hori tukuje kora ki chini kwenda. So my parents were strongly Catholic, so they wanted me to now expose myself to a Catholic schools and training and teaching. So banyiha strongly Protestant background or schooling, so banta in a strongly Catholic training. So kuna Kanyarieru Primary School at P5 na kora interview aha Kerizia Bihari bakamba kora interview zo kwakira abana kubatwara St. Mukasa Preparatory Seminary. You can imagine at twahindura system
completely changed.
twahindura system twagira hati katuzeho mu strongly Catholic. But of course, with a small background in Harry Mixed, I had a bit of understanding what the Catholic teachings and trainings were. Going to seminary school is a whole different game plan.
What age it was easy to cope up?
I wouldn't say, because for somebody who has switched from a strongly Protestant, strong toddler age now to a very strict seminary training, I can't say it was easy, but eventually twaje kweza umwaka gumwe P6 nkana naitegereza namanyiri what is required, so I coped up, I adapted, I changed. So Abakujimanya St. Mukasa Seminary is one of the most popular schools in the region. It's one of the best performing schools, but most importantly, the grooming, shaping extra, a very responsible citizen. But purposely, its intention is to train and groom future priests, those who want to continue and serve. At that age, I thought I would. And every one of us, country to be having like future priests of the church. Yeah, so now from primary 6, I can't say it was easy, but it was manageable, because you can't have a P7 meaning many of us managed, meaning the conditions were manageable. Yeah. St. Mukasa I enjoyed it, I liked it. Most of the things. I learned sports from there. I learned I understood the church and the teachings of the church from there. I finished, I learned a lot of handiwork, like to be able to go to garden, kombera, managing poetry, small projects, because the school trains you to be able to comprehend and understand some of those projects. So I learned a lot. I learned sports. I learned so many things. So St. Mukasa we passed successfully. Came with the first grade in Dagwire. The way the seminaries work is that they groom. It's like an academy grooming its own products for the next level, for their own. So kutabe tuli mu seminar on P7 buli omu wena akaba na aspiring ku such type seminary. It was like okuwayo no somoka that I have to go to Makerere University. Mwana wena muihanga akaba na clamoring ku za Makerere University as if it was the university. So nitwaye bari mushanga okoba noreba nk'abana ba kitabi seminary nantagira kitabi seminary rero ninza hi. So kwaba bayina discipline nungi kwabira oshikireje otagwire, almost we had an automatic pass to kitabi seminary. So I happened to be among those students. I passed with the first grade. I think I had about 12. Yeah, I think about 12. Naikan as kitabi seminary. That was I finished my primary in 1999, so I joined the secondary school in 2000. Yeah, study was very glamorous. Study was very wonderful. Study was very not as much. Like any other secondary school, with a bit of challenges here and there. So but tizinga hwaho tichireyo tichingata like the seminaries are, discipline is high, not much bad heavy. Kota shango mwana gana kufitira without anything, ngashobora kushikira amezi. No hakaba mu buntu bucebuce bakutuma bagambira nke Satan ntamu yotakamanyire ngugendo lete iki kandi your understanding of it is completely different.
So
yeah.
you push with seminary.
So I started the seminary in senior one. Going there, it was like entering a palace. Yes, because I actually started seminary. Now, when we know it's like you're entering some kind of a castle. Kukayukarenga ekizimbe kyona kyombe ekikwata kulya nk'ebyabaroma ebyokumanya olwokuba ebishano bya Italy. Those are the buildings there.
Now I've reached
So tunakayo tuli omwana buto mbere ya ile kayo tuli ebizimbe tuli ebishayi. It was my first time kukarenga ekishayi kyona kine carpet nk'uko reba hanyuma yitu kimwe ebikondo bikwera kimwe obutimba. It now brought the imagination of the theatre of dreams as Manchester United's Highbury Tour. So kutwashire twari kishayi n'utwashire tukashangana basuse kishayi na mashini kashikayo kashanga abana bari mu kishayi n'empira nki 15 acibuza 15 balls. How do this happen? So those were some of the things that really made the life in Kitabi very exciting. Kushanga ngu sports in a seminary school was compulsory. If you are found in the dormitory during sports time, you were either punished or warned or even suspended.
And what if made you to sports?
If you, there were other ways of how to do sports.
At least you should go and watch.
There was athletics, you can run around. There was badminton, you can play badminton. There was table tennis, there was volleyball, there was basketball, there was football. What other games? Lawn tennis. So cutting a request, hey, can't you run? You'd rather work out and run. So sports in the seminary school was very compulsory, and it was intended to grooming abana in all spheres. So bakaba bagira ngu omuntu okwasa kuba failure in all aspects. Kwa tashire very good in class, at least you are very good in sports, at least you are very good in choir. Because sometimes you go shanga when in choir and they are practicing, they are singing, and they are doing very well. So shangangu, there were avenues in which to accept a person in their own way, in their own capacity and abilities. Okwori kwa bakwachira kandi bakugrooming, and they bring out the best in you. So chat number 2. Then cut in activities, comparison activities, and money work. So on particular days like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday were sports. But Monday, Wednesday and Friday were money work. Money work, like to go out and weed, to go out and slash, to go out and work. Like, so it's not intended to make you, like, to punish you. It is intended to teach you to work.
After all, they were part of school projects.
Yes, they were part of school project. We had projects like the farm. We had students that were attached to the farm to support, like every week. Mukamente, muzilisa, muzitemere binyatsi, muzifeeding. But that is intended to ingrain certain practices in you. So that kwa atahe, nila sawa waherize in life, you can know that actually, I actually learned these skills from the seminary. They taught students to sing, and actually Kitabi is known to have produced some composers and authors of songs, especially the church songs. And they composed songs for the church. So I pushed 4 years in the seminary, from 2000 to 2003. So kuna here is the A-level, our class passed highly. Actually, we broke a record that out of 60, we started our class when we were about 70, 75, senior one. And by the time we got to, I started senior 4 to cut to 62. Some of them had dropped off for many reasons. Some of them academic, some of them discipline, some of them maybe failure to manage it. So, or some of them couldn't cope up with the lifestyle, so they went to other schools. So by end of senior 4, it was 62, and the entire class passed in first grade. One of the things that had not happened in the region. It was one of, you have read my mind. You have read my mind. So I thought as a senior 4, I can tell you 4 years in one area, in one region, Bushenyi, picking at those interests. I need to get exposed to Kampala, I need to expose to Marara. We had a stronger admiration. Yes. Hey. we had strong admirations of going to schools like Ntare, like St. Joseph's, Barra High School. So I attempted to go to Barra High School, but my parents didn't. The Dennis in CFO, I wanted to expose myself in a school. Yes, yes. Now by in a row. I just no chimpa. So I needed to expose myself more with the contemporary world out there. I had a strong admiration from Barra High School, strongly because I needed to interface with people from a different background in terms of religion, in terms of different, traits and all. So I ended up in Barra High School. I actually attempted, I approached some people I knew, but my parents said no, you'd rather try somewhere else. I had already closed the admissions. So I ended going to Kampala na zomishomerwa kweta na Mirembe Hillside High School, which is in Gayaza in Kampala. Now going to Namirembe Hillside, oh my God. Kagumamu, because even Namirembe Hillside is actually owned by a strong Catholic product of St. Joseph's Vocational School, so Kakakarum. So I went to Namirembe Hillside. I made a shock of my life because it was an abrupt change of background and environment. From primary, P6, P7 in a single school, now as a Chitabi single school up to senior 4. So mentally, I was not attuned to how to associate and relate with the opposite sex, with the girls and that kind of background. Okay.
HTV come to Mr. Dennis Kamukama, the general manager Igongo Country Hotel. Hatuumureho kake tugaruke.
Are you in Western Uganda and you're looking for the latest information technology gadgets? Look no further. Kenext Computer Stores, located in Mbarara Baguta Street, opposite Central Market, next to former Bata Building, brings you all the latest computer accessories and gadgets to suit your need. We have the state-of-the-art CCTV cameras and DVR encoders, wireless routers, hard disks for both laptops and desktop hard disk casings, laptop screens, MiFi TV sticks, modem, laptop chargers and adapters, projectors, MacBooks, keyboards, HDMI and VGA cables, internet cables, and so much more. Visit Kenext Computer Stores. For more information, contact us on 0701 29 15 42 or 0704 39 18 31.
Uganda kandi program the story ogumeni tweyongereyo na Mr. Dennis Kamukama kirero obi yagire Kampala ya switchinga. How did it go? Kole akagumana singa ni
hati kutwarigira kunayitura na Mirembe Hillside. Good enough tunashanga ngo some of my classmates by Chitabi Seminary had also actually crossed to the same school. So somehow najichanyamba kugira ngo nashanga nayo nimanya konka. Life in Kampala was not so easy because wahiko mwishomero washanga harimo abana bagayaza, washanga abana magunga, washanga abana ba budo. So there was a bit of a culture shock of sorts. You are coming from a more humble background of a seminary, in this community that is so versatile. So to cope up and manage with them it took me quite a while, almost like a whole first term. Struggling with adapting. So Namirembe was a highly populated school. I remember when we entered in 204, I think, yes, 204, senior 5 alone, arts class, because I offered study history, economics, literature, and divinity, and that was an arts, offer. So it was a highly populated as compared to science class. So we were over 600 plus students in one class. While I was at Chitabi Seminary, our class was just 62 students. Everyone sitting on their own locker with their own books, like spacious. We had, that kind of background from there. So it was an abrupt switch, so it became very difficult. You are in a class, you are in a makeshift class. Ezebaho ahansi nembuga tarona kasiminti tarochi so wakawaje now kaja tunawe nyenda when hati bachida nachichwa so it was a bit difficult. Associating with the girls was very difficult. Ukoshanga muri ya desk imwe kugakuza kushitama no mwishikira hanga wanje agwebaka mu tati nkogu naza kuteka achikwata yakushawanga kachumu mutize ojo tatu kuningamba antana. But of course eventually we mixed up nashanga na what and kandi kashanga mabanyankore binzi mulonga. So out of over 600 ukoshanga 300 as much as they have been in other schools, but strongly Now that was
so quick.
Senior 6 I passed highly, and I went to Makerere University. I opted to study tourism and hospitality management. Having pursued history, economics, literature, and divinity, I had hoped to probably study business management. It had always been my desire, but the course I needed, I think, had more weight than I had acquired, so I didn't pursue it at MOOBS. So I ended up doing hospitality, tourism, and hospitality management. Reason being, I got to understand through the career guidance I got that the course was multifaceted. It would not limit me to only to tourism and hospitality, because even when I studied it, I noticed we'd study economics, we'd study accounts. So it was up to me after finishing the course whether I would go to business or go to hospitality. Yeah, but fast forward, because you find all that embedded, and actually my classmates from the university, some of them have gone to the bank, some of them have gone to projects, so it does not limit you to hospitality. So that was the beauty. So when I didn't do BCom, I wanted to study Bachelor's of Commerce, so I decided to go for this. So I noticed I could still acquire some business, skills from there. So I went to Makerere University and pursued the Bachelor's of Tourism and Hospitality Management. I did it for 3 years. I also passed it highly with my mother by then taradinze gown tarahiriwe taratumije chance ejo kutoa betu ryo mu third year tuyumsa kweza on March 28th of 2009, when I was just about 2 months to finish. So my mother succumbed to pneumonia and she passed away. I was still at campus, so kind of as much to see me graduate. So kuna kuchabi, of course it was a very sad moment. We laid her to rest at my home in Kamatarisi. Friends and family came and supported me. So I was sad. Mzee graduation akawasa kudireba. Yeah, so nagishiza kuna hereze omuntu mugoko banza But it was through devotion and hard work and being focused and knowing what you want. And this is how it happened. As soon as I finished my bachelor's at Makerere University, I offered to do a voluntary extended internship. By mandatory, I was supposed to do 2 months. So I offered to do 6 months of training. I continued my training. Reason being, I did internship at Makerere University Guest House, in which we had a special arrangement between Makerere University, Utali College of Kenya. So they were doing a training of sorts that would help fresh graduates to grasp and master serious hotel and business operations. So I opted to do that training with my friend, a colleague of mine, a very friend of mine called Samora. He's currently the manager of quality assurance under Uganda Tourism Board in Kampala. So together we opted to do that training, which was voluntary. As you know, many students who finished university today, even kuza kugira ngo mukozese internship ugize northaro. So nazo mu guest house, I did intensive training for 6 months. Nkabanye mukashaha 11 mukasheshe myamasha mukaga gwanyekiro. Actually, the only thing you would get was transport facilitation. Yes. Kandi yazinga. Nkandi ndaro mu kikoni, kandi no mu kikoni kuna hezi university nagumayo hinabe nitura nagumaho. So na extending gachi internship yanjye ntonabe nindara. So nagumza mninye panisiza, but also doing that voluntary internship. So nkaje mukasha 11 nkola internship, nkola training up to 11 o'clock in the night. Walk home every day. I did it intensively with my friend for 6 months.
So after 6 months, you were
So 6 months, actually nkanta kaziri zije. Kumba ndiaho, kukutu atuamanyire ngu ngenza ya biharwe. So kumba ndiaho ntunga just some rumors from friends. Actually, there's a friend of mine called Enoch kwara huriye program na zaka video. Enoch Begumisa is a neighbor from around. And that actually mukabi harwe, there is a proprietor, a person from the neighborhood. He's starting a big project at Kamukama tourism. Igongo. That was 2009, I think, around September 2009. Tarumunta nchibintu ya tourism what ndio jomuronde. Ntuno hash amungambira abo hash aba omwami Dr. James Tmusime mukama omwanya go gutemerera. Yes, so ntachuni mwiha hata atunashita maha nkuruma road atunoza yo no mugambira, you never know. Tukari toka amanye sivinje handikaho naho tayanye ndikoma. Ngenda ndono mwami James Tmusime. James Tmusime kandi muhura because he's a neighbor and coming from nearby kandi muhura, but I'd never seen him. But I got confident that nzabujira ni muronde. Na zayo na hikayemu office yakatarumu bamubagira ngo mutegeze shamu nana naza kwija na shitama na mutegeze shitama ni mutegereze. Kwa ngoma ndiaho mushija tahamu mushija very decent gentleman with respect. Lord man very decent. So secretary amugambira atazugumuje bakutegereze no hash bamugambira kare riti mkamini. So shitama nawe ashabe papura byanje yabishomamo uri wanka ngiyo yabiharu owit ntego atori wo mugambira amazina gabazire banje atawazire bawe kanimba manya ati yes, I think abareba gatwonka have had several stories about them. Ati nimba manya bambe those are our neighbors. Mpura ndabaje ntati ibintu byatandika koroba ntatu wabamanya nange nintunga obure batiro ndo utembeza. So atachi nokora chintantu ngeni nkora internship Makerere guest house ukashoma chimbo mugambira tukashoma tourism tego atachabukana mubantu abone yo nindonda takwa niyo nitandika project harwe niyo wanyu nyo kuzaru, at least would be a very good project for you to work for. nti nani ndonda
akusimba ka position
ngaha taka kansimbire ati papula byawe ahereza the person who was coordinating as the project coordinator wakechiri on ground work wachimba majombeka. It was just this building which was being built at that time ebyone mukolere capital. So there was a gentleman called Kusasura Enoka. He has been a PR for different projects. You must have heard him. There was another lady called Nimuronji, who were the first two employees of Igongo. So far those were the people there. Akarondizo Mojo, who was working as a coordinator and of things like that. Makaba Bashat basically. So 1 week later, Kumbandiaho, the Benamba Yantailra. Osibirota Sileje, Bun James Tumsime, Orinkahi, Kanania Murumo Makere, at in the Harbor project at Konkana Nyango Kubanza, you just Gani. Aha, this is not Shabili, the quality, the Kurabam. So, Orokubanza Rika, some number national office cemeteries. As usual, Shaza lunch at a home career at Garkasham Nana Kabasham office. Very disciplined. So, some Nana Kanashiro. So, at Wizard Israel at home office. Shtamat Ganira at 30 at Ishna Quetera. We had one of our staff. He got another offer somewhere with URA, and we need to fill that gap. At Kankumbe in Tekateka, we would be the right fit for that position. At Konga, you'll go through a small interview with Enoch. I could interview in jail in Kora Heze. We shall see what to do. Kampala we rent you. Fast forward, on the 5th of October 2009. Guest house, usually I wasn't employed. I was an intern. So Mbasiba, Mbagambira, I've got an offer. So, but they could, of course, they couldn't get hold on me. But remember, I had learned so much from there, preparing myself for the future, which I did not know. Hadn't Kampala Kampala, because this was a site, it was not yet operational. So, Tukachutama Kampala, every weekend to Jakun, and we see the progress of the project. In the travel, Kongan travel to Robi. The transport to Temba Global. So, I now started I was given a position of project coordinator. So I coordinated the construction and development of Igongo from groundbreaking up to a point where we launched it as Igongo Culture Center. I want you to mark those words. At the time we opened, we were trading as Igongo Culture Center. So, fast forward, because of the demand, that restaurant, the restaurant, very, very popular. Jimbuge kureba ko Tamburu Gardens are popular twagikora Mama Jenny amahema bagabantu bagakora. I remember the first weddings we held here. Some of them have become my long-term friends because of that. There's a gentleman called Sam Chirimi. He wedded here. He was one of the first. There was another gentleman called Mujisha. He runs a petrol station in town. They wedded here. So I hosted their weddings at the time. So they became popular. Igongo became the talk of Marara, talk of town, because the museum here became very popular. The Inquiries Craft Shop and Bookshop became popular. So manya were picking an interest in Igongo. Because of the demand. So we introduced in a concept of service and restaurant that had not been in Barara at the time. Not yet. I was simply, when we opened, my title changed from coordinator to operations manager. So I was not the top manager, but I was running operations down here, knowing what was going on entirely, maintenance, what, procurement, those, that required people to run around. We had a general manager at the time called Lydia Kananra, who was our overall general manager. Ugura, there are only 4 buildings. Kawakano is a restaurant, Nkwazi craft shop, administration, and H only. Apart from, and then the kitchen, that this was Igongo Country Hotel. So, due to public demand, no, talk us after him in the concept of Igongo was basically to create like a place or like a center where people would come and quench their thirst for culture. So that's why our strength was largely in the culture and the history of Southwestern Uganda. So we are the heritage home of Southwestern Uganda, the history and culture of the people of Southwestern Uganda. The plan for accommodation was something that came later because of the demand that we got. So people would come and tour the museum, buy books and crafts, have a refreshment and the like. So as the demands were coming, people now said we can also host weddings here. We started hosting weddings. So because of the demand now, the proprietors decided that now we can build a hotel. So now that's when the concept of Igongo Country Hotel came in. Yes, so Igongo Country Hotel came in. Now we built the hotel quickly and finished it, and I think in 2004 it was ready to be opened. And
So this has been your entire workplace. You've not changed.
I have changed. Yes. so fast forward, I grew through the ranks. I moved from operations manager to marketing manager to deputy general manager, same place. And in 2016, I think I became general manager of this place. And just about 2 years later, 2018, I left the place. I am a person who wants to experience and test myself elsewhere. So now, so, but this is now more at a more professional level. You want to test yourself. Can my skills that I have acquired here also be applied elsewhere? Or in skills, but you can only thrive in one environment. But when you try it out there, you fail. So I left this place and I went and helped start another project in Nekboro, Chigambira Safari Lodge. Yeah, so I helped also start it from.
But the best thing you kept
in the industry. I have not left the industry, and I don't think I'll ever leave it because I have lived and thrived in it. It's been home for me, and it has treated me so well. Yeah, so I started that for about 3 years. I finished. I handed it over. No, not yet. I also went and started other projects around. I did a project in Chitagata. So eventually when you become skilled and gather knowledge, now you see a demand for people who want you to help them start because they don't know. And it's difficult to get hold of people who have had good experience. So I got people who wanted me to help them start. So I got another project in Kisoro. Somebody wanted to start a lodge. It was called Ndereta Resort. So they also wanted to start a lodge, a tourist lodge, and get it ready. So I also helped start it.
Was your interest in going to start things?
My interest, yeah, I think I wanted to. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
You wanted to join when something is started.
Yes, because when you start, that's the only opportunity you have to impart your brand onto something, rather than finding something that is already operating and you just want to run it. It becomes very difficult. So now, fast forward, having started and helped many other projects along the way, in 2025, which is last year, I got a call from the board. They required me to come back and give a hand to the project, to Igongo, because they felt they needed my help, my support. So because I had I've been far away from home, so I felt I needed to do what? I needed to come back home. Enough is enough. I've supported projects. Ate ebyo twabiguluko mu discussion hina ibitiziramo konka mbwenu ntakajira mu cha family. 2025 in July I came back to Igongo and came back as the general manager, and that's about now 8 months since. That was July up to now. So I'm now back home and running the project Igongo Country Hotel and Culture Center. So when I was still here as a marketing manager, and of course I met the love of my life, and we agreed and decided to marry. So I'm a married man, and God has blessed us with children. We have 6 children. Hey. Kata kuburamu. So we have been blessed with 6 children, and among them are twins. I have 2 girls. So I'm a salon, in other words. So Mazina, the other can name and the title. So I'm a salon. I have 2 girls who are twins. I also have 2 boys, then other 2 girls. So Nkabanza Omushi, who is called Zoe, Ihunde, then Hakurataho Denise, Jesus, that's the second born. Then third boy hakurataho Justin Tumusime, hakurataho Katungama Liam, then hakurataho Habishchi, that is Tona and Teta. So that's my bunch of 6 blessings that I got from God. So we're a family of 8, if I may say, for now.
Career wise, what does he do in his free time?
I'm a quite outgoing person, because in my career also, this has a lot to do with the career. I have interacted with a lot of people. So no shangangu, why should I come and to tunga ways to deal with them? So I like to go out there and adventure and travel.
Most likely.
Yeah, sorry?
Most likely what?
Leisure.
Music.
Yeah, I love music a lot, so much. Music has been part and parcel of my life, because I like to go out, go to the bars, and listen to music, meet people. I go to shows that have an impact to life, corporate social responsibility activities. I like sports. I like to go to workouts, like outdoor workouts, engage with people. So basically, I love sports, I love engaging with people, I love going out. Basically, I want to be out there where there's life. Yeah, so I like to do that. I read books. In my free time, I sit down and read a book or 2. I enjoy watching a lot of movies and series. So I like to know things out there. So,
okay, very last question. Have you not gone into hotel management, doing that? You would have been perfect in this field too.
I think in me, I see an engineer in me, probably. I'd have been an engineer, probably. Because in me, I find things to do with engineering easy with me. I easily interpret and understand engineering aspects. Things to do with construction, electrical, mechanics, so neba ngo kuno jangu kuno jangu nkahirwa na soma science kurunye naji kwatsa, I would have been quite a very good engineer because nishangangu certain things that I challenged people nushangano basa kubikora kano byetegereza. So I think I would have made a very good engineer, and probably one of my children becomes one so that I can see myself in him or her. Yeah, so I think I would have been a very good engineer, or even then I would have been a very good priest. Yeah. Yes. Nkahatambuka.
Ngambo wa mheru mnyeto buriyo nukureba kandi we nagira ngo Dennis nayi kamera rero modo wanje ninge byakora ni ngambo wa mheru anabo kutumira.
Yabgambo byanje bya mheru, especially to the young people down there, is that there's nothing that is impossible if you strongly focus and hard work at it. Put hard work at something and you can be able to achieve it. Most of the things that I've achieved in life, I have been able to envisage them way in advance and be able to thrive and struggle and get to them and get to achieve them. I have registered a number of things in my life which I know I have seen them in my subconscious, and I know I can be able to get there, and I've been able to do them. Yeah, I have succeeded at hotel management, I've succeeded at human resource management, I've succeeded at supporting people and, helping people come through like career-wise, because I have told myself that if I put my mind at this, I'll be able to achieve it. But also, certain things in life that you not learn from school is being trustworthy and being honest. Those are things you not get a paper for. You not come with me a certificate that I am a honest person. No, you'll not get it. But I can tell you that all through my career, that has been one of the most defining factors of dealing with me. Both dealing with clients, but also dealing with my bosses wherever I've been. I've always been trusted. My word has always been my word. If I say I'm going to do this, I'll do it. If I say I didn't do this, then I mean I didn't do it. So that has always been one of the most important factors. But also to be humble in life. Just be humble, because this world is too big for us to start fighting in it. So humility, hard work, honesty have been my defining attributes. Regards, of course, to my family, my wife is back home, my support, my very good friends, my workmates that I associate with every day, every night, in and out, that I work with. They are my anchor, friends that I relate with out there. And of course, HTV for having come out with this kind of initiative to feature my story on your program. And of course, to my bosses, my directors, and everybody out there that is listening. And also to call upon you to become supporters of Igongo Country Hotel and Culture Center. Yes, please. Everybody, PK. Nashime, right, was a very good interaction with you. Yes.
Hare wavulia HTV Uganda Country Story kwa kimia Mr. Kamukama Dennis, General Manager Igongo Country Hotel. Webare iwe yatambura n'icyo kurya twatandikira bakatwara rero. Umenye te kama bari.